If you're planning a trip to Japan, you're most probably researching for the Japan travel pass you need for your trip and feeling a little bit like, Konnichiwa, I'm Steve from the Fat Life Project, and in today's video, I'm on a mission to help you find the best Japan travel pass for your upcoming trip to the land of the rising sun. And listen, I love Japan, but can I just say that I spent hours researching the answer to this question before my recent trip to Japan. Like, is it going to be the JR Pass? Do I need it? Or maybe I need a SUICA instead? Or but then what's PASMO and what's the difference? Oh my god, I don't know. And you might already be aware of the steep increases in JR Pass prices since last year, which makes knowing the differences between all of these passes all the more important, as it could potentially help you save money. But don't fret, relax, because in today's video, I am going to help you decipher the Japan Travel Pass ecosystem to help you decide the best Japan Travel Pass that suits your upcoming travel needs. So let's get into it. And let's start with the most obvious. I am willing to bet that you've already heard of the JR Pass, aka the Japan Rail Pass, even before researching for your upcoming Japan trip. It is without a doubt the most well-known travel pass for all visitors coming to Japan. But what is a JR Pass? Well, a JR Pass was initially created to facilitate the booming tourism industry in Japan. Long story short, it is basically a travel pass that gives you unlimited travel on all JR trains throughout Japan for a specific period of time, basically making it an easier and cheaper option if you plan to travel extensively throughout Japan. There are 3 JR Pass options to choose from: 7 days, 14 days, and 21 days, in which period you can ride as many times as you want on all trains and Shinkansens, aka bullet trains, on the JR network. You can also choose from the normal JR Pass and the premium green class JR Passes. I think the only difference here is the premium green class JR Passes give you more comfortable seats in separate carriages. The immediate benefit of JR Passes travel-wise is that you will not be needing any other travel card, as it will give you unlimited travel in most popular cities in Japan, including Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, and many more. Which is amazing, except the JR Pass prices increased in some cases by up to 70% since last year, with the most expensive JR Pass at 21 days premium green class priced at $959 US. So do you really need a JR Pass? Long story short, it will only be worth it if you plan on doing extensive intercity travel, as it can get pretty expensive if you plan on buying all the bullet train tickets separately. But if you mostly stayed in one city during your trip, you do not actually need a JR Pass, and in fact, the JR Pass will be a very expensive option for you. There are many cities to explore in Japan, and you know, everybody's itinerary is gonna look a little different, so the best way to work out if the JR Pass is worth it for you is by going to the JR Pass calculator link here and also in my description box to help work out if the JR Pass is worth it for you. Simply plot out your itinerary in the JR Pass calculator, and if the price exceeds the price of a JR Pass, well then the JR Pass is already worth it for you. Pretty straightforward, right? But let's say you were planning some intercity travel but not to all areas of Japan and were perhaps looking for a cheaper option. I got your back. Did you know there are also JR regional passes? They are basically JR passes with unlimited travel to specific areas of Japan, as you can see here. Let's say, for example, that you're planning to drop by Osaka and Kyoto from Tokyo during your trip. You may want to consider getting the 7-day Osaka-Tokyo Hokuriku Arch Pass, which at $205 is considerably cheaper than the Access All Cities JR Pass for the same period, which is priced at $343. But I would still recommend for you to use the JR Pass calculator, which I linked earlier, to help you work out if the regional pass is still a more expensive option for you versus just getting the train tickets independently. But did you know that you may not even need a JR Pass or even a JR Regional Pass? You will fall into this category if you are either A. plan on staying in one city for your entire trip duration, or B. maybe plan on doing one intercity trip max. In these instances, the JR Pass will be a very expensive option for you. It is actually much cheaper for you to get a Japan IC card and use that for all your public transportation needs. I, for example, only stayed in Tokyo, Japan this trip, and so all I needed was a SUICA card where the minimum top-up starts at 1,000 yen, and I must have not used more than 10,000 yen throughout my entire 1-week stay in Tokyo. SUICA is one of the two most popular Japan IC cards, the other one being a PASMO. But what are IC cards? A Japan IC card is a rechargeable e-money card that you can use for many purposes. They work on a pay-as-you-go basis. You can top them up using cash at any train station via machines that look like this. They can be used on all JR lines within the greater Tokyo area, private railway lines, subways, buses, and many more. And as they are e-money passes, you can even use them for smaller purchases at convenience stores and vending machines. These cards are also compatible with the train systems in other cities of Japan, meaning that you can use these cards in replacement of the Itaka or Ikoka cards, for example, seamlessly without any fuss. So what's the difference between a SUICA and PASMO or a JR Pass / JR Regional Pass? Basically, if you only plan on traveling within a city, a SUICA or PASMO will be more suitable to your purposes. These cards will cover all your travel within all of Tokyo, for example, or all of Kyoto, whereas a JR Pass or a JR Regional Pass will cover the Shinkansen, aka bullet train tickets, for you to travel in between cities. So for example, Tokyo to Kyoto, Tokyo to Osaka. But most of the time, travelers to Japan end up using a combination of the two. Allow me to explain. Let's say you're planning a trip to Tokyo and are planning to drop by Kyoto and Osaka for about a week in your 3-week itinerary. As you only plan to be in Kyoto and Osaka for a 1-week period over your 3-week Japan trip, getting a 3-week JR Pass would be a very expensive option for you. So in this instance, it would actually work out cheaper for you to get a 7-day JR Pass or even a 7-day JR Regional Pass, and then to just use a SUICA or PASMO card for the rest of your trip in Tokyo. I do hope that this has helped you decipher the Japan Travel Pass ecosystem, and if it has and you have worked out the Japan Travel Pass to get, the natural next thing that we should talk about is where you can get these travel passes. Let's start with the slightly more complicated one, which is the JR Pass. And trust me, you're going to want to listen up because the JR Pass is a little complex. You can purchase the JR Pass from the official JR Pass website or via third-party providers like Klook, for example. Once you've purchased your JR Pass, you will receive a voucher via snail mail to your home address, which is why I highly recommend you purchase your JR Pass at least 2 to 3 weeks prior to your trip. You will be sent a voucher via the snail mail, which you will then need to use to activate your JR Pass once you arrive in Japan. You can do this at the JR East Service Center. There's one at the Narita or Hanada arrivals. Once you're there, simply show the voucher that you received in snail mail to activate your JR Pass. But you want to make sure that you activate your JR Pass only from the point that you need it from. So using the same example from before, if you landed in Tokyo and were planning a week in Kyoto and Osaka, it is best that you activate your JR Pass on the day that you're leaving for Kyoto or Osaka. To do this, simply inform the very friendly and helpful staff at the JR East Service Center of the day that you are planning to activate your JR Pass from. SUICA and PASMOs are basically the same thing as I mentioned before. I actually got my physical SUICA card at the Narita arrivals at the JR East Service Center. Now, there is a welcome SUICA and a normal SUICA. Here are the differences. You will need to put down a 500 yen deposit for the regular SUICA card, but the benefit of that is that SUICA card will last 10 years from the time of its last use. So you can use this SUICA card on your return trips to Japan. The welcome SUICA is designed for people who are only planning to go to Japan once. The difference is that you do not need to put down a 500 yen deposit for the Welcome SUICA card. However, the validity of the Welcome SUICA card is only for 28 days and you will lose any balance remaining on the Welcome SUICA card once the 28 days have lapsed. Very similarly for the PASMOs, there is a normal PASMO IC card and then there's a PASMO passport. PASMO passport is designed for one-time travelers to Japan. You will also need to put down a 500 yen deposit, and any balance on the PASMO after 28 days you cannot get back. Whereas a regular PASMO card will require a 500 yen deposit, but the card is valid for 10 years from the time of its last use. Now, there's been a lot of talk about chip shortages in Japan affecting the supply of physical SUICA and PASMO cards. In fact, when I was there, the physical PASMO cards was not available. But don't fret, did you know that you can actually activate and top up a digital SUICA or PASMO card within your Apple Wallet? Simply search for SUICA or PASMO and top it up using your Apple Pay. I do hope that this has helped you somewhat simplify your search for the best Japan travel pass for your upcoming trip, and has saved you many hours of going down rabbit holes of research. And if it has, don't forget to like and comment, as it really does help pacify the YouTube gods, but also hearing from you does encourage me to create more content for you. Don't forget to also subscribe and turn on that bell notification, as I will have plenty of Japan travel content dropping in the next couple of weeks. And if you got to this point of the video, I do want to thank you so much for your support. I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. As always, I will see you very soon in the next video, here, or here. Ciao.